Alright guys, MR.TwoSix checking in. So here we are at our second autocross with Project Barbatos. So got him all cleaned up, he's ready to go. We're here early, so we got our tent set up, just relaxing right now. Just making the best of a good day. Nice 240 coupe in the back. I don't know if that came out, but whatever. So yeah, so let's get to the runs, and actually we're gonna do a walk of the course because it's a pretty big course, fast course from what it looks like. Yeah, we'll get to it. All right guys, so right now we're gonna walk the course. Again, it's a big course, looks fast. So yeah, we're gonna walk it, trying to find the line, and luckily it's not that hot today. You guys know I'm always complaining about how hot it is. Oh, look at these clouds. It's cloudy, which means the sun is hiding. It's windy, so hopefully it stays like this the rest of the afternoon. Suffocate. Alright guys, next up will be the runs. Alright guys, we're getting ready to do our first run. Let's see how we do. Not bad, 69. Whew, that was good. That was a real good run. I feel confident with that. I didn't hit any cones this time. I'm almost confident of that. Whew, that was good. Alright guys, see you in the next run. Alright guys, here we go. Second run. So far I'm pleased with the rear sway bar. I'm getting some nice rotation out of the back end. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's just getting used to the course and knowing my marks, where to brake, where to turn, where to get on the gas that I need to clean up on. Last run was a 69.6. So as long as I do better and don't hit any cones, I'll be happy. So we'll see what I get now.
Okay, when you're ready.
so I knocked off a 1.5 seconds. 68.2. Let's go. Car felt better. More rotation. Let's go. Woo! Woo! Smell that rubber. Smells good. Alright guys, so we're doing a rerun. The timing got all messed up, so they're gonna give me a rerun now. So I get 5 runs. Hey! Come on. Here's my rerun. Whew. Guess I'm running 5 today. Nice. A little more practice.
Okay, let's go.
Thank you. Alright guys, 67.8, knocked off another 0.5 seconds, half a second. It's pretty good. Let's keep going. Alright guys, this is the last run. 67.8 was my last. Let me see if I can improve on that.
Okay, you ready?
Thank you. Happy with that. $67.2. I'm happy with that. Woo! Woo! That was good. $67.2. Let's go.
Okay, you ready? You ready?
Thank you.
So in comparing my fastest run to my slowest runs, there were a couple things I noticed that were that I was actually faster in my slower run, especially in the beginning. So in my slower run, I did the first to second shift before I hit the first turn, where in my fastest run I just left it in first. And the idea behind that was to get that first straightaway and just be in a situation where I was already in the power band, but that didn't, in the turbos power band, but that didn't really help that much because I had to shift at that point. And by the time I came around the turn anyways, I was in the upper RPM range, so I was kind of already outside of the meat of the power band of the small turbo. So I actually lost time doing that, where I should have just shifted into second like I did in every other run before getting into that turn, so I could just ride it out full throttle all the way through that straightaway. And then I also, my faster run, I did a second to third shift to get extra mile per hour because I was coming up over the crest, a little hill, and I was already hitting the rev limiter, which is 6,500 RPM. I mean, we're talking about 56, 57 mile per hour, which is pretty fast. But I guess the way to address that would be, instead of having to do the second to third shift, is in a tune with a K tuner, probably just up the rev limit another 500 RPM. That might get me another 1 or 2 mile per hour, which is not much, but it might be enough to not have to worry about that second to third shift anymore. And that'll also increase the 0 to 60 times, because I mean, I'm right there at 60 mile per hour. And usually 0 to 60 times suffer because of that second to third shift, so that would be pretty interesting. So anyways, in the faster run, I made up time going through that little chicane, because by that point I had gotten comfortable with the car and what it could handle, so I was pretty much full throttle through that. Maybe I let off a little bit, but for the most point in my fastest run I was just blazing through there. So I made up a lot of time there over my slower run, and also coming around the third or fourth turn, there was like a little kink. I had figured it out where I didn't have to slow down as much as I was doing in my first run. So I was able, as long as I positioned the car in the right way, which was a little wide, and then cut the kink, I was making up decent time there. And then the rest is just history. I mean, yeah, that's where I made up most of the time. Well, there, and then also on the back stretch, where on the first run I thought I had to turn before the cones instead of after, because the way it was set up was kind of weird. But by the last run, which was my fastest run, I had figured I had to go all the way around. Now, one limitation, or right now I feel like the only limitation are the tires on the car. Keep in mind that the car is still running the all seasons that come with the car from the factory. They're okay, but yeah, they kind of suck. So the tires, I feel, are the last limitation. And then I also have, because you can hear the tire just squealing the entire time, you know. And it was kind of embarrassing, actually, because you don't want to be that person making all that noise. But whatever, I was going faster than a lot of other people there, so I'm okay with that. So yeah, the tires, which I already have. I have the Federal Evolution ST1s, which have really good reviews and supposedly are on par with Michelin Pilot Sports, which is a very good tire. So I look forward to getting those mounted. And then just to go over the times. So I was running in GS. I was the only car in my class, So technically I won, even though I wasn't going up against anybody. But luckily I had friends, so we were comparing our times. So my first run was a 69.6, and my last run was a 67.2. So that's 2.4 seconds. That's the difference. 2.4 seconds is the difference. That's how much time I made up. I needed more runs because I couldn't figure out the straights. I've never been in an autocross where I'm going that fast. Usually, as soon as you hit a gate, you accelerate, and the next gate is right there, so you're braking or just turning, but never with long straights like that. So so that was the part that I was having trouble with, which if I would have figured out, I probably would have done a lot better. And then looking at the packs results, I was 24 out of 44. So right smack dab in the middle. So yeah, guys, the car's fun. We're gonna autocross it some more. I want to do a track day or a couple track days, and then we still have the Swift springs to install, which will also help the back end rotate, because those springs, the rear springs are stiffer than the fronts. So I'm hoping that'll be another thing that'll help the back rotate. And we also have the rims and tires to put on as well. So, and on the rims we're going -1, so we're doing 17 by 9s. I already weighed the wheels, they're about 19 pounds, so pretty good. And then the tires are, like I said, are the Federals, and they're 255/40, so I'm looking to get a nice boost in handling performance. So yeah, so alright guys, until next time, peace.